audience is bugging. It's one or two suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the mid. So to crush that stereotype, here's what we did. We got ourselves together so that you can unite and fight for what's right. Not negative cause. The way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives.
Pop, 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 when it's shot, who's to blame? Headline, front page, and raps the name. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time.
Took a brother's life with a knife at his wife. Cried cause he died of trifling death when he left his very last breath. Was I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you gangbang? I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man, cause that's self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction.
Funky fresh dressed to impress, ready to party. Money in your pocket, dying to move your body. To get inside, you pay the whole $10. Scotch tape with a razor blade taped to your collar. Leave the guns in the crack and the knobs alone. MC lights on the microphone, bum rushing and pushing, snatching and taxing. I crammed understand why brothers don't be maxing. There's only one disco, they'll close one more. You ain't guarding the door, so what you got a gun for? Do you rob the rich and give to the poor? Yo, daddy-o.
Good straight from the mouth. Oh, why? And daddy-o. Do a crime, end up in jail, and gotta go. Cause you could do crime and get paid today. And tomorrow you're behind bars in the worst way. Far from your family. Cause you're locked away. Now tell me, do you really think crime pays? Scheming on taking what your brother had?
you little sucker.
You talking all that jazz.
It's time to stand together in a unity. Cause if not, then we're soon to be self-destroyed, unemployed. D-rap race will be lost without a trace. Or a clue but what to do is stop the violence and kick the science down the road that we call eternity, where knowledge is formed and you learn to be self-sufficient, independent. To teach to each is what rap intended, but society wants to invade. So do not walk this path that they laid. It's self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. D-Nice, breaking it down like this.
Velocity. Real talk. Only here on RealHipHopHeads.com. Conscious Radio.
We represent the real hip hop. This is Brother Peace, representing Real Hip Hop Heads Conscious Radio. I'm sitting up in here with the beautiful Sister A.
The Daisley.
And my youngster, it's Conscious.
Peace. With a capital C.
With a capital C.
Sister A said this is the real hip hop. Yeah.
She popping her lip gloss. Hey, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Whoever's tuning in, whoever's not, I hate it for you, but you guys catch the show later on when we go back on. The war within the war is what we're talking about today. I don't know if you guys know what that means. I'm about to hit you guys real quick because on the Night Watch hosted by Beautiful Life on Mondays at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we were talking about the movements, and we had a situation where he was Beautiful Life Allah was talking to or tweeting back and forth with Talib Kweli, and it got rather offensive, you know, the way his response to Beautiful when he was talking to him about Pan-African movement and the ADOS movement. I thought it was rather whack that he would come out like that, and actually I was shocked that he actually came at him like that. So you guys check this out.
Attention please. Hot off the press, the latest FSM alert. You heard it at Real Hip Hop Heads Radio live.
We haven't done that in a while, but that shit goes out to Talib Kweli.
First of the new season. Let's go.
That goes out to Talib Kweli. All right. Now, he just got caught. Well, there's a case going on in some Rolling Stone magazine where his protege, Rez, she's accused him of sexual harassment. Okay. He said he sued her. She countersued him with sexual harassment. That's to be determined in the courts or by the law or whoever. I don't know whoever it is, but it's how coincidental this jumped off right after he got to that spat with Beautiful Life. I don't understand why you would do that to somebody like my brother. His name, just look at his name, Beautiful Life. How could you come at him like that? Any case, FSN alert goes out to Talib Kweli. I thought you was cool. Apparently not. Anyway, just to get by, huh? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that the African American community is at war for our independence from the Caucasian persuasion. When one really starts to reflect on the African American community, we can't seem to maintain longevity when owning or operating our own communities. We have to look back in history to study the demise of those successful Black communities. In our inquiries, we find that they lack security, which in turn led to complete destruction of some 8 Black-owned and operated communities in 60 years. Fast forward 95 years, our struggle to regain and take back our natural rights are held to a slow grind and seemingly never picking up momentum. While there's a movement for the people, it knows little success. This is largely credited to the infighting amongst neighboring factions in the movement. Now, this is not the sole reason, but amongst these individual groups, this is the foundation that most of the problems are rooted in. Albeit there are differing ideologies, we share the same common goal, the independence of our melanated brothers and sisters. This subject is the pink elephant in the room. It's time we address these issues. The war within is what I'm talking about. Those factions and those other brothers and sisters that are bickering amongst each other within the movement. And I don't even really think that they're so narrow-minded. I don't even really think that they care about the entire movement, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Right now, I want to read this because I heard this breakdown, this analogy, and it stuck in my mind because like other parents that were before us and other parents that are with us now that have kids in school that actually play sports, whether in high school, going all the way back to the middle school, high school, AAU ball, travel ball, to those parents and to all of us Black people who done got caught up in the sports politics. This analogy was right on point because Sister A and I, we constantly research. And I actually did the numbers on those scholarships, those coveted scholarships that these AAU coaches have you chasing and whatnot. And it's like, oh, we need to get your kids looked at and kids seen. And the high school is doing the same thing. But they're pilfering the fuck out of these people for their money. Okay. These AAU programs, they're getting paid money hand over fist. And to be honest, 99% of these girls are not going anywhere but back home. All right. And we're talking a lot of girls and boys that actually have talent that can actually play. But I'm gonna break this analogy down to you because to those parents that I hear getting played, they need to hear this. And if they don't hear it right now live, go back to Real Hip Hop Heads Conscious Radio Show. You'll see it. Subscribe, hit the notification button. Boom. It'll come when we come on, it'll hit your phone up. You ain't even got to remind yourself to go in and clock in. It'll hit you up. But also, with this being said, we need more Black role models in our communities, not just brothers, but the sisters too, because we know we're under heavy attack. The Black family is under heavy attack from all sorts of bullshit. We'll go into that later on, but you know what I mean. 1 million boys want to play ball. All right, basketball, football. I'm going to stick with the basketball. Okay, 1 million boys want to play ball. 400,000 qualify to play high school ball. 4,000 play college, 35 play NBA, 7 start in the NBA, 4 years as an NBA career. All right. This equals out to be 1 million brothers looking for 7 full-time jobs that only last 4 years. All right. Now, okay. Last year, there were 100,000 available jobs. 1,000 brothers qualified for these jobs, being computer programmers, engineers, and doctors. In closing, that what you do most is that what you do best. If you practice the ball, if you practice playing ball every day, you'll be great. But how about we apply this same work ethic towards something that's more attainable? You got 1 million brothers out here trying to get the 7 spots in the NBA. All right. 1 million I'm trying to get 7 spots in the NBA. And if they do get that, 9 times out of 10, if they play hard enough, they'll last 4 years. But a lot of them get hurt. So that shit gets cut. And then when they get in the NBA, these guys are young. They don't know shit. A lot of them come from disenfranchised neighborhoods, the projects, you name it, the ghettos, all that. When they get there, they never had no money. They get there, all of a sudden all this money is thrown at them. And there's nobody there to welcome these kids and tell them, hey, brother, come here. Let me sit you down right quick and give you a quick class on economics. Let me give you a quick class on how to handle all this money being thrown at you, because 9 times out of 10, within 4 years, your ass is not even going to be in this league anymore. Okay. And all that money that you're getting right now, within the 4 years you're gone, that money is going to be gone probably before you do. So while you're banking on the fact, oh, I'm rich, and oh, this money's, I'm the best baller here, blah, 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 that money's not always going to be there. So you might as well start right now taking that money, and then you got to be all of it. Take some of it and start doing something with it. Make that money work for itself. Make that money make money. So just in case you do end up outside of the NBA because you can't play no more for whatever reason, you've done something wise with some of that money that you've made. It's actually making money. You leave out of here with money. Yeah. You came with nothing. You leave with something. You know what I'm saying? Go get an education. If you don't want to go to college, go get an education. Find a trade or something to actually get yourself involved in. So now you have a way to make money for a living.
Well, that's a damn shame the parents are setting them up for failure like that. Like, all you're concerned about is what? Bragging rights and the fact that you'll get a new car or a new house or whatever. Come on now. You got to set them up better than that. You got to do better for them, if anything. I mean, this is ridiculous.
I mean, if you look at it,
and even, I mean, to be honest, even if you don't know, like you said, the economic part of it, get somebody involved that does. So, like, that money, you know, makes money. They ain't broke in 4 years.
You know what I was thinking, because that scene is hard to crack into. If you're a female, it's not hard to crack into that scene. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm not advocating that you go slang your ass in front of these motherfuckers. I'm not saying it at all. What I'm saying is it's easy because you are a female. They're dudes. You know what I'm saying? You get to these clubs or whatnot, and these dudes are looking to hook up and all that kind of shit. Yeah, we got that. But if you're a dude and you're not playing ball, or you're not a coach or some shit like that, and you don't know one of these, it's not, you just can't, it just don't work like that. But some dudes are better at mingling and running into people, you know what I'm saying, to where they might be, all it takes is one person. You know what I'm saying? Like if I just met one person, and I've met plenty of NBA players, and talked to them, but at that time, we weren't where we are now. You know what I'm saying? My mind wasn't where it is now.
Right.
And so I didn't take that time to actually, you know, pitch this to them. You know what I'm saying? But you never know what's going on in the future. You know what I'm saying? We got this thing going now, and I know since we started this, we started from scratch, and I actually personally didn't even think that I didn't never doubt us, but it's kind of like, how do you see where we are now? Looking at the people that we've met during this so far, and the things that we've done so far, and the feedback that we've gotten from the people and the types of people. I'm like, shit, okay. Well, you know what? With this, I think we're going to try to use this as our vehicle to meet some of those guys. And all I need, like I said, is one. And we can pitch this idea, to start trying to catch some of those youngsters that are going in, to the NBA or even college for that fact. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you got some talent, and it's it's a possibility that you could actually be up there on that level. But before you get there, matter of fact, when you get to college, there's some things you need to do to take care of yourself. And I know you probably want to try to help take care of your moms and that type of deal and your family. I get that. But you got to set yourself up the right way in order to do that.
Well, you think about it, a lot of them are coming out of poverty, so they think about nothing but that money. So
that's why there needs to be a person in place to actually pull them to the side. Like, hey, look, I understand what that is to come from nothing and not have shit to all of a sudden now you just got a bunch of money in your motherfucking hands. Hell yeah, you finna buy everything that you never had, and you finna do it immediately. You finna spend like you ain't got no damn sense. Which in hindsight you don't. You've never been taught. You know what I'm saying? How to spend money. You've never been taught how to actually not spend it but take care of it. You know what I'm saying? How to make it work for yourself. How to be smart with it. You've never been taught, so you don't know. But guarantee you, them folks up there, them billionaires that own these teams, they're sitting back watching you. And they don't give a fuck, because if they gave a damn, they'd actually have maybe an introduction class.
Especially for you young ones.
Yeah. They get you right out of high school. You think they'd send somebody down to talk to you and say, hey, man, you got to go to this little class over here.
Somebody, all right. They send it to girls.
Oh, yeah, the hooches.
Going right back to them.
Yep, the hooches.
Yep.
Well, the NBA isn't doing it. I know the NFL, they started doing it now. They give the rookie seminar for like a weekend. When they get drafted, they do a rookie seminar.
I mean, that's a good thing.
And they have the veterans come in and talk to them, like, if they're retired but I don't think the NBA does that.
Well, they need to start.
Yeah, because it's too many of these brothers, man. I mean,
especially the NBA, because NBA you can come straight after 1 year. NFL, you got.
I'm shocked Shaq doesn't have a program. He might though. I mean, because Shaq did the same thing, but look what Shaq
was smart though.
Yeah, he ended up going back to school and owning all kind of businesses.
He went back to school 2 or 3 goddamn times, man.
He got a lot of businesses.
Guarantee you that brother got his money working for itself.
Yeah.
But and we're saying that because we get to see firsthand just how this thing works as far as these kids, these high school ballers, and then you got the AAU, and then you got the colleges. And we get to see firsthand how these AAU people, organizations, actually are pulling your kids through with the promise of getting you in front of some scouts so you can be seen. But of course, that comes with a fee. And the shit gets really fucking expensive. Okay, really goddamn expensive. But I see a lot of these people traveling with their kids. These kids got the best shoes, the best uniforms, the best they look like college teams out here running around. Okay, but then I'm looking at the parents. I'm like, you can tell, okay, you really ain't got that kind of money to be spending like this, but you've bought into this coach telling you we're going to be playing at these tournaments, and they're going to be scouts and coaches and shit. They're looking, and this is where your child needs to be. They need to be playing in front of these people. Okay, true enough. You want them to be seen by these people, but they're leading you to assume. See, this is the power of suggestion. They just make the suggestion and they let your mind run. They let you assume, oh, we're going to go be seen by the coaches and some scouts. There's going to be scouts there.
You never know where them scouts are. They could be at any high school.
Any tournament in the AAU. We've had plenty of tournaments we played in the girls and the parents didn't even know there were scouts in the crowds.
Yep.
We just didn't say anything because if you start saying something, then they start playing weird. They start doing stupid shit. He's like, no, we just need you to go out here and concentrate on playing this game.
And the parents get extra.
Yeah, they want to come out and popping their lipstick and got their wig pieces glued down to their forehead and they go sit down. But in any case, they're being had because the percentage of these girls or boys that get scholarships to these schools, I mean, I'm talking about 1%. What's the number? 1 or 2%?
Yeah, but then you think about it too. It's like, okay, now there's more stipulations to it. Now the grades are a little more higher than y'all just talent. It's grades too.
Yeah, they revamped that whole system.
Yeah, so you thinking you just getting it on talent alone? No.
You still have to pass the ACT and the SAT, okay? Your grade point average, they've actually raised it from a 2.0 to probably, I think it was a 2.3 or 2.5.
But see, what's funny to me too is that parents will sit there and spend all that money on AAU and traders and all that shit, but did you know your child's failing at school, won't get a tutor?
Yep.
That's crazy.
You got $200 sneakers on their feet and out here running around on the court, but they're failing 2 classes. And
that's all right. They just need to build up their ass. That's what they're gonna tell you.
But look, the thing is, the
but
parents
you ain't doing that.
The parents ain't saying nothing, and the coaches ain't saying shit. You got two of your players. Now, mind you, at the beginning of the season, the coach will blow this smoke up your ass about, oh, you know, we're academics and first, and then sports second, and we got academic, you know, we got academic athletes. You know, he sounds real professional with all that bullshit, but we know firsthand, looking at that shit, you're full of shit. We got a situation where all that shit was, the smoke is blowing at us, but we're not worried because our child is playing ball, but she's not trying to get in college on her athletic ability. She's going on her academic ability. Okay? Honor roll student, been that way since she's been in school. Ain't never missed a day of school. Does her thing, takes pride in her work, takes pride in her grades. She knows where she's trying to go, what she's trying to do. That's the lick. But we're watching some of these other girls that are on the team, and there's a few of them in there that's failing. But the coach ain't said shit. And then when he found out, those girls are still playing ball.
But see, this is the slick thing. You could get 2 Fs, but we prefer you not to. That what kind of shit is that? It should be.
That's been the rule for a while.
It has, because I remember that in high school. I think we could get 1 for track or whatever, but at the same token, as a parent, you shouldn't even be promoting that shit at all.
You could get 1 back then?
Yeah.
Oh shit, not in my day.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
well, wait a minute. 1. When I was in high school, you weren't in high school, huh?
No.
You were okay. No, hell no.
She was still getting born, and you was marching with Martin Luther King.
Hard Achilles up in this motherfucker.
I'm watching Martin Luther King. Okay.
And leave Robert out of this, okay?
Better than watching 21 Savage. Look,
he's British.
But back in when I was going to, matter of fact, when I started playing ball in junior high school, was 6th grade, you had to have a C average, and you couldn't even have a fucking D to stay on the team. You couldn't get it. And back then they had D's. I think they cut them out now, right?
Yeah, they cut them out.
It's just A, B, C, and F?
Yeah, they cut them a year right before we graduated.
Yeah, so there's no D. But back in my day, which is way back there, you couldn't even have a D. This dude is out here tripping. But you couldn't have a D. So an F was completely out of the question. All the way through high school and I graduated, you had to have a C average. No, none of that other shit.
And that's understandable. But like I said, now we're to the point where parents like cover the shit up. They don't even care. It's more important for their kids to be
the money.
Yeah, be looked at than get tutored. So
and then here's how
where's your priorities?
Here's how they set themselves up. You bite on that the poisonous apple. Okay, you believe in what these coaches are telling you, but you don't do the homework yourself. You don't get on that computer and start doing the research yourself to find out just how many of these people actually get scholarships to go to college, much less go to the NBA. Okay, you see, I just read that 7 full-time jobs. Yeah. Okay, 4-year average. It ain't a lot out of 1 million people. Come on, G. But they won't take the time to do that because they're so starstruck with the money or what they think that their child's going to get. You know, so even if somebody comes by, a coach might be asking about your son or your daughter, that doesn't mean that they're going anywhere. Yeah. There's still all these other stipulations that they actually have to they actually have to fulfill like the grade point average. Okay. All those little F's that you got when you was in the 9th grade, the little F over here, 10th grade, you might got an F or whatever. All that got to be straightened out because you ain't graduating with them on your damn shit. Then you got to pass the SAT and the ACT.
Back in my day, you had to pass the graduation test.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, they
exit
now.
exam, ain't it?
Huh? Yeah, they don't got it now.
Yeah, I was like, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, we had to have a graduation test to pass.
But these people.
Did you make it?
Listen, I don't advocate cheating, but I was really bad at math at the time. And I had to deal with
the.
I'm just listen.
Shut your ass up, or they take that shit back.
Oh, it's too late. It's too late.
Ooh, ain't nothing too late for them white folk. Nothing too late for them white folk.
But my reading and writing, I was top of the notch.
With that chicken scratch.
Don't worry about that. Yeah, they told me they put my book on the school website. It was so good.
Okay. All righty then.
You know what? Now I just had to put that out there because I heard that last week, that analogy, and it struck a chord because we're actually going through that same thing. We're just a little smarter than these cats, and we ain't fall for that shit. So
we are not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe, okay? Not.
But that right there, you guys take that, and anybody else who looks at the show later on, comment on it, leave it. We'll get back to you. We'll respond to your comments and such. Okay. But if you got friends or family or somebody that's getting caught up in that shit, let them hear that because those facts are true. You know, and you got all these jobs out here that are waiting, but we can't even qualify for it. And guess what? They don't want us qualifying for those jobs. They'd rather we're out here chasing that pipe dream. And, you know what I'm saying? And by the time they're not worried about the schoolwork, all they're worried about is playing basketball and getting out here trying to chase some money that they're not gonna get. It's less than a 1% chance that they're gonna get that. But that's exactly where they want you, chasing that instead of chasing the real shit. So they're sitting in this damn classroom and getting educated on some of these good jobs, engineering, doctors, computer programming, and stuff like this. Things that are actually going to be able to benefit you in your life. The type of jobs that you're going to be able to support your family with. You know, they don't want you doing that. That's another way that they're attacking us. Keep them from the good jobs, the jobs that they can actually perform that'll actually sustain them and their families. They don't want that. But on to these factions. Now, what made me think of this is because we done the show Night Watch, and we were talking about it, and when Beautiful was texting Talib Kweli, because he's a Pan-African, he's part of the Pan-African movement, and he actually is dissing the ADOS movement. You got the Pan-African movement, ADOS movement. And Beautiful actually got with him and told him, hey, you know, brother, you know, you should be kind of, you got a platform. So why don't you just throw your support to these cats? Ain't nobody saying you got to dish your own movement, but those cats need support too. Just like they should be supporting you guys. Basically, we should kind of be working together. Ain't nobody saying no to kumbaya and all that shit, but we should be working together because this working against each other shit is definitely not the way. That's the way that's actually going to get us both pushed out of everything. Divide and conquer. That's exactly what the white folks want. They want you arguing amongst each other, and they'll even fuel that conversation because they'll give you this. They'll have somebody there giving you stuff to help your movement go on, and then they'll attack this one over here to help you attack them even more, to squash them. It's like the common goal in the end is the same. We're trying to get to the same thing. I mean, so what's the problem if we're both trying to get to that house, you're traveling down that road over there, and I'm traveling down this road, we're still going to get to that house. So instead of telling me and dogging me, I tell me, oh, motherfucker, that's the long way. Shit, nigga, you stupid. No, dude. Hey, how about I say, man, dude, it's shorter this way. And it's shorter, it's easier on your back, your feet, and everything else if you walk down that road.
It sounds good, but we're in so much competition with one another. It ain't even funny.
You know what the thing is? It's not even competition. It's stupidity.
Because it's like, oh, you could do good, but you better not be doing better than me. Type bullshit. That shit's crazy to me.
It's so stupid. You got light skin versus dark skin.
Well, it's been like that for.
They got that.
I mean, yeah, I mean Africa, but now you know, oh, that's some light skin nigga shit. Oh, that's some dark skin nigga shit. You know. So
hey, okay, look, this is the text. This is beautiful to Talib Kweli. Brother, to lose either movement at this point, there is a place in Black society for ADOS and for Pan-Africanism. Neither movement is divisive, but this clash between the two is. You have a highly visible presence which can benefit Black people. Let's move for productivity. Personally, I don't see anything wrong or rude about what he said.
But I told you already. I see him on Twitter all the time, but he's very defensive.
Dude, I don't
know why.
I got you, but fuck that. That ain't nothing wrong with what this man said. Because he said it's not divisive. He didn't sound like he was attacking him, did he?
No.
Exactly. He came back with, you come here and tell me to back off. You tell me to come here and back off from people who came to attack me. A pro-reparations Black activist for no reason. And you have no challenge for them. That's how I know you're a fucking fraud. I didn't start this, but I'm damn sure we'll finish it. Fuck off. Is he something going wrong upstairs? Is he mentally challenged?
I don't never see him say nothing positive on Twitter when people suggest things to him. He gets very defensive and he's always going off on people. I noticed, and I thought something was wrong with him from that point. When I started following him on Twitter years ago, I was like, this dude is like touched.
Then he says, then Beautiful comes back and tells him, their visibility is nowhere near yours. So yes, I am expecting you to take the lead position. Accusing me of being a fraud without knowing anything about me or where I stand is proof of your own folly. That was cool. But I'm not here to mudsling. War between the two factions won't help. Way to handle that. Very professional. Talib, I used to have some type of respect for you because I like to do his music. I didn't know until Sister A, she's been following because she does the whole social media thing. So I didn't know the dude was that goddamn rude and retarded.
How you know?
You know, but after that, you see what happened with the new charges from the his former protege. You know, his ass is caught up now. See, and I can't feel sorry for him. Talib Kweli faces sexual harassment accusations from former protege Rez. I sued her. Rez then countersued, saying that I sexually harassed her. I find her claim to be dubious in nature, rapper says, of singer's claims. End of quote. My man, you sound retarded as hell, but I hope you get your shit together because dudes like yourself are the reason why the movement can't move forward. Okay? Moving forward one step and taking 6 steps backwards is not moving forward. So the next time somebody tells you that, they're lying. We just took 1 step, but we took 6 steps backwards yesterday. So actually, we're behind 5 steps. You know, but I think in order for this to work out, because I mean, this ain't the first time these things work. The movement worked to a degree back 50, 60 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It worked. Actually, no. We'll go way past that. The same Black communities that we're trying to rebuild now, we had them way back in was it 1823? No, we had it was 8 of them, 8 black communities, thriving black communities that we had back in to start 1863. Yeah, we had 8 black go back to 1863. We had thriving black communities right after the slavery ended, Reconstruction and all that shit. Blacks started actually getting when they took a while, but they started getting together. They started opening businesses, start to learn economics, that type of deal, and we start to thrive. Okay, well, of course, it's not a big deal until the white people's pockets are starting to suffer. Now, mind you, these people weren't the black folks, they weren't taking out of physically taking money out of their pocket. What they did was just turn around and started doing things. Start doing their own thing and spending their money in their own community, opening up businesses and spending their money with these businesses, food, clothes, schools, whatever you name it. They start doing their own thing in their own community to themselves. Okay. This is why when white folks tell you, go back to Africa, nigga. No, you don't want me to go back there. You don't want me to go no place where I can actually start to thrive on my own. Because you already know that if you leave us the fuck alone, we will thrive on our own. But when we do that, your pockets start to hurt because all the money that we were spending with you, we stopped spending it. Not with you, but now we spend it with ourselves. That's why we thrive. That's why they work so goddamn hard to keep the money out the black community. They let all these people come from all these other countries around the world and open up businesses right in the black communities. So I know I'm from LA, and in every neighborhood in that motherfucker, what store do you see? Soon as you open your eyes and walk down to the end of the block, the liquor store. The liquor store. And who owns all these damn? I've never seen. You may see a black person working behind the counter or working in somewhere, but 99% of the time, it's some Asian.
This is like the beauty supply. I mean, you have very seldom black people that own their beauty supply. Well, at least I know around here. Or nail salon, exactly. But you know damn well, because you throw one black person up there just to make it look good, they don't own that shit. They're your worker. Employee.
You got the liquor stores, okay? Asians own them. They're sitting in all the black communities. All right. What better way to maintain these black folks and control them? Okay. They've already done the thing with the slavery and the brainwashing and all that, Willie Lynch and all that. Okay. But come on up to modern time. But this has been going on through history. Keep their neighborhoods full of liquor and booze and all that and the drugs and whatnot. We keep them inebriated. They can't think straight. Okay. You let the damn you let the Asians come in town, let them operate that shit. But you won't give me a business. What if I want to open up a liquor store in my community? You won't give me a loan, or if I do manage to get a loan, you won't. I got to jump through hoops and high hell to get a business license and a liquor license to sell liquor in this damn store. You make me go through holy hell to do just that. But that Asian over there, you give him his shit in a minute. Straight up. Anything that has to do with the blacks, you let everybody else come in our neighborhoods and open up businesses with all the stuff that we need. So we spend our money with them. And them people in turn take that money and take it out to the white neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. It goes from them out into the white banks, which goes into the white neighborhoods. Their shit looks really, really nice. Meanwhile, we're going back home to the projects. You know what I'm saying? Or these slum ass neighborhoods, or just shit just all fucking beat up. But black folks are so damn brainwashed and fucked up, they think they've made it. Then they even, give them a little county check, give them some food stamps, and give them Section 8. They think they got it made, but we don't. Yeah, but then when you have that going on, but this whole thing about the black neighborhoods and black communities and whatnot is nothing new because, like I said, we've done it before. We've got 8 black communities that were thriving throughout history. Like I said in the metadata, 60 years. All 8 of those communities in 60 years, from 1863, in 60 years, it took the white people wiped them all out. Hey, matter of fact, everybody, that's the first one everybody mentions, okay? But how about we start right here in Atlanta, the Atlanta race riot? Atlanta had it cracking, but they fucked that shit up too. They fucked up Black Wall Street. They fucked up Rosewood. I got some more. I got all 8 of them. If my computer acts like it got some sense, but see, that's them white folks working overtime. Washington D.C. race riots. Red Summer. Okay, and Knoxville, Tennessee. Yep. New York City draft riot. But you get what I'm saying. We've had, and I think there's one in St. Louis as well. We've done this. We've shown ourselves that we could actually do this on our own. Okay. They keep this stuff hidden. If we don't, like say, if we don't tell you right now, if people don't look at this show, a lot of people will not know that any of this stuff exists. That black people were actually in the United States actually thriving on their own. These communities were on their own axis and they were thriving on their own axis. But that's why we're here. Okay. Sometimes we got to watch ourselves because we know that these people are monitoring us on these shows because we see how they cut our shit. They put us in Facebook jail. They fucking block our shows and all kind of weird shit happens to some of our shows and whatnot. We already know what that is. It's cool because this mic still work. Okay. And I catch them off guard. Loop, drop a show on them. They like, how the fuck? Well, don't worry about it. It's out there. Because I need people to hear what the hell is going on. All right. We already got to worry. We have to worry about them and their antics. Okay. But it makes it even worse when right here amongst our own movement, we got groups of people with their self-hate, with their self-doubt, their loathing, and listening to these folks over here tell you, man, fuck that, man. Fuck that. I ain't doing that shit because shit. I get a county check. I got Section 8. I get a county check. I get food stamps. I get whatever else they giving them and shit. I ain't leaving that. Nigga, I got it made. And nigga, I got Jordans on my feet. Damn.
Anything prominent dealing with us, they shoot that down like they shot down Gary Powers. You play Wake Up People.
Yo. She wake up, folks. I think she went dead. Oh, don't worry about it.
I'm loving it. Well, let me hit these quick hits real quick, right? And Gwinnett County, they had a vote yesterday for MARTA to get MARTA in there.
Yeah, they turned that shit down.
They turned it down, and it was just going to be a 1% sales tax. In Rockdale County, Pine Leaf Elementary. It's a new elementary school. Over 100 kids sick, and 10 dozen teachers. 10 dozen teachers. Yep, they're sick too from a virus. They don't know what it is, so they shut the school down for 2 days. Now, the biggest one. Democrat or Republican, they all crooked, right? The Democrats in Georgia released a bill called the Testicular Bill of Rights.
Oh.
Wait till y'all hear this. A male that has unprotected sex with a female, it can be considered assault.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Sister A was telling me about that shit.
Yep. And they said male, and it's all against males now. Males, they think after 20, like they have 24 up to 24 hours before they can purchase a toy or purchase any porn or anything like that.
What?
Yep.
Look, now mind you,
Okay.
all this is aimed at the males, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is starting to look like this is one of the other attacks that I was talking about as far as how they have us at each other's throat. The movement can't move forward because inside that movement is too much arguing and bickering. There's too much shit going on. Well, the LGBT community, okay, is behind a lot of this. You're gonna charge a man with assault if he has unprotected sex with this woman. If he didn't rape her and it was consensual, how in the and she didn't make him or say, hey, you got to put on some kind of protection. How in the hell are you gonna charge him with assault? And she said it's okay.
But wait, there's more.
Shit.
It's up. You have up to 6. This hasn't went through yet. You have up to 6 weeks for to consider if you want an abortion or not.
That law it went through.
I think that one went through, and that one was pushed through by the governor.
That shit was crazy.
And last but not least, you have to have consent by your partner to get to buy Viagra and use it.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is?
Yep.
Damn.
Testicular Bill of Rights.
Ooh, wee. You know what? And what they're doing what they're actually doing, because this affects the male, right? But what it also affects is reproduction.
Yes.
It affects reproduction.
Yep.
Democratic minority, Deshauna Kendricks. Yes.
But you know what? Hey, you never know. She might be in the fucking closet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So she don't like fucking dudes or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I want to keep the fucking dudes away from all these females. I want these motherfuckers, but at the same time, you're over here doing those white folks' work. They didn't promise your ass something.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing their fucking work for them. They figure put a black face on it, and then the black people will think it's okay. They won't come looking at us because they see somebody looks like them. She's a plant.
Yep.
She's a fucking plant. An infiltrator in the goddamn movement.
I was gonna wonder how you gonna tell me I can't take a pill to keep my stuff up.
Look, man.
We don't need that of you, boy.
I'm
no
just
more you.
I'm just
no
saying.
more you.
If I get about 50 years old and I'm starting to look like a fishing hook, hold on, I need to get that shit right back.
It's a fishing hook. But look.
Yeah. I agree, Diggle. He said try to kill the male species. I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. Trying to kill the male species, and the one that's left, they want them to be like them.
Absolutely.
Fucking each other. God damn it. Now look, amongst this all this shit here is another way to attack the movement. Okay. This is why it's really, really important for the movement to actually be able to sit down with each other, man, and actually be able to work side by side. Just like if you go to a regular job, okay, you don't have to like none of the motherfuckers up in there. Hell, you may not like none of the people up in there, but they may not like you. Nobody likes each other, but everybody still shows up and everybody still does their fucking job for that one common goal. Okay? Same thing here. You ain't got to like each other, but if we have the same common goal, then we should actually be able to work with each other or side by side with each other for that one common goal. I mean, I personally think that folks need to learn to agree to disagree. All right. If you learn to agree to disagree, it makes things a lot easier. Now, look at something from somebody else's perspective, not just through your eyes only. Mm-hmm. Look at things from their eyes. Walk a mile in their shoes. Okay. Put aside your egos and your subtle differences. Realize that everyone has the right to their own opinion and everyone can contribute something to the advancement of the cause. Stop accepting all the fucking handouts from these folks. The lady you just mentioned, the Democratic minority leader, her. Dude, come on now. I know somebody that gave her something. Mm-hmm. They done promised her some cush ass office somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Hell, look at Messy Jesse and Al Pimpton Sharpton. Okay, these motherfuckers did it a long time ago. Ain't nobody gonna tell me they wasn't in on the gig when the shit went down. Because look how they living now. They never see the civil rights movement has been over for 50 years. You was there a couple times in a couple of the pictures, but what did you really fucking do?
Exactly.
To the point to where right now you ain't doing shit, but your ass is living swell. Your ass, you was on the take back then. You know what I'm saying? So we're having now the new people that they're getting, and they're lining their pockets. All it take is, hey man, we can take all that from you, or we'll give you that plus this, and you know what I'm saying, we got some stuff for you, over here. These are all the things that benefit you if you go on and play ball, or we'll take it all from you. Now, I understand everybody has to feed their family. I get that part of it, but at some point, you have to have some kind of morals and ethics, dude. Really. Is it really worth you taking that money from them to destroy a population of people? I mean, really, you got to really ask yourself that, but you figure them folks ain't got no morals nor ethics. They could care fucking less. But you see them sitting out in front of everybody talking. Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, that broad right there, all of them full of shit. I'm just here to tell you guys, look, we need to, as a people, if you are involved in some movement of some sort that's trying to do the right thing by Black people, trying to organize communities, trying to organize groups of people, you know what I'm saying, trying to educate, our people, trying to show our people that there's a better way, that we can actually do these things on our own, trying to actually show them through history what we've been able to accomplish. And long before those 8 communities that I mentioned, we can go back thousands of years. We ran this bitch.
Hell, we built this bitch.
We are the original man. All right, we are the original people. But as you know, the giant falls at some point. Nobody is going to rule forever. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take turns. Everything goes in cycles. All right. Now it probably won't happen in our lifetime. You might end up seeing a change. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what? I asked sister, I'm not trying to be morbid or anything, but I asked sister, hey, something to the effect of, dude, how many years who's gonna die first? Myself or her? She told me, kind of fucking like she hit me in the head with a brick. She said, oh, motherfucker, you ain't died. Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking like a cockroach forever. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, what? I think sister ain't gonna be this motherfucker till 110.
I hope so.
110.
I don't want y'all taking care of me though.
I'll probably be gone by then. I may be gone.
But in any case, I'm saying that to say this, more than likely, we want the change that we're fighting for right now, although we're probably not going to be alive to see it, it's not going to stop me from fighting for it right now, because I'm not looking at now for me. I'm looking at for you and my grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? That fight has to be carried on. This fool think he ain't having no grandchildren. He thinks he can be a surrogate to everybody else's kids. Wrong answer. You're going to have twins now.
Girls.
But I'm doing this just like 60 years ago. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, and there's a whole slew of them that put their life out there on the line. They sacrificed themselves for the advancement for us, for people, my generation, okay? Mine and her generation. Well, it's only right of me to actually goddamn take that fucking torch and carry it on. Like I said, agree to disagree. Put your egos aside, your subtle differences, man. Sit down, and we need to figure out how we can band together as a unit, okay? And you have, like in the military, you got a company, and in that company, you got 4 platoons, 4 or 5 platoons, okay? Each platoon has its own, and each platoon rank, they have their own responsibilities. Okay, then that platoon has its responsibilities. This one has its, and so on and so forth. Okay, same thing with these factions out here. Okay, we may not be doing the same thing, but we're doing this. You do this. You do this, and you do such and such and such. This way, everything will move forward because everybody's working together, doing different things. Because there's all kinds of different things need to be done. We need to get together and do it. I think I don't hear enough enough people actually sitting down and saying, hey, man, all this fighting between us is not going to get it. Matter of fact, what did was that? That's what Cyrus was working towards, right? In the Warriors?
Cyrus?
Yeah. When they shot him, he was working to get all the gangs in New York together as one big gang. We can make way more headway that way than all of us fighting each other. We're fighting each other.
We're not talking about the basketball team.
I know you're talking about the movie.
Confused.
No.
Yeah, we're fighting each other and we're not getting anywhere. If we band together, homie, we can take. There's always more prisoners than there are guards, right?
That's right.
Always more prisoners than there are guards.
Slaves than there was masters.
Exactly.
God, I would have been poisoning somebody else.
Straight up.
Don't have me in the kitchen cooking.
But I think if we have more people actually addressing the issues of the infighting and actually putting it out there for people to hear, I think more people might turn around like, wait a minute. I didn't know that. I didn't know that these people were fighting. These people were arguing with these people. That's why this shit's not going well. That's why we're not able to do these things because we're too busy, preoccupied with fighting these motherfuckers, our own damn people, just because their ideologies are a little bit different than ours. No, it ain't got to work that way. Also, recognize what we're fighting against. Some of the outside interferences that we're dealing with. All right. You talking about fighting amongst each other, dude. Oppression. Not enough people in places of power. That's us. We don't have enough black people in places of power, real black people in places of power. Okay, to change some of this legislation to give us some kind of leverage. The ones that we do have up there are the plants like the one you just mentioned, like Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, and Al Sharpton, Messy Jesse, and some of these like Colin Powell, all these motherfuckers. They're not here to help the black folks advance. Mind you, I don't want to be equal to none of them crackers. I'm not a cracker. I ain't never going to be one. I don't want to be equal to any of them. Just leave me the fuck alone and let me do mine. Let me get out how I get out. You go over there in your trailer park and you kick up dust and shit and turn your trailer over and I won't even fuck with you. I'm going to go over here and build this damn house of mine and then build another one next to it and create a damn community and open up a store down here. Okay? And we're going to build off of that. So you over there and we're going to stay over here and do our thing. All right? But you know how that works. When this thing starts to happen and that community starts to really get built, which is it's being built now because we have a cluster of people in this movement, in this community already that are actually doing the legwork. Okay. We just need to build on it. All right. But we also may have to pay attention to the fact that how these other communities in the past come to their demise. Lack of security. Okay. Lack of security. And you fast forward to nowadays, the infighting. Okay. We have to make sure we put in there in these new communities security and stop all the fucking fighting. Okay. If you don't agree with something somebody else is doing, we can sit down and talk about it. Okay. Fuck throwing rocks and stones and shit and all that crazy shit. Sit down and talk about it, man. Hash out the differences. I guarantee you, man, it'll be more productive than what we got going now. But all of this, everybody just saying shit and just throwing out stuff that don't mean nothing to nobody. It's not getting anywhere. It's just a bunch of talk and no action is getting on my nerves. Okay. We're going to be hitting the streets soon. And I truly believe actions speak louder than words. Okay. That's why anybody that comes around me, I concentrate on me doing what I'm supposed to do. I concentrate on living these words and these very words, the ideals that I'm talking about. I concentrate on living them, not just speaking them, but I live them. Because I can't go out saying one thing and then people see how I live and that shit don't match. That don't work. It don't work for me. This is how I view everybody else. If you're talking to me, what you're saying to me better match what you're doing. Because if it don't, beat it. I'm going to call you out, and I'm going to go on a bounce. Now, you can correct that shit, and then we can talk. Okay, cool. But if you choose not to correct that and really start getting out with the get down, keep it pushing, homie.
Like Dingle said, the operative word is real black leader. So
that's what's up. Hey, peace to my man Ding. That's that. Hey, dude, it's always Saturday. Told you. No Mondays and no Wednesdays. Blue Falcon.
That's Mr. Dingle to you, sir.
Mr. Dingle. Hey, he's a proud owner of a Blue Falcon card. Okay.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. All right. Not too many of us are deemed with this esteemed honor. But myself and my brother Dingle, we are too. And he's not a Blue Falcon member, but he's in the same building with us.
I'm associated just a little bit.
Yeah, he's associated. He's associated. So, it is what it is. But as I was saying, all the infighting, it needs to stop. If you're fighting with this person, why don't you sit down, talk with these people first, see if you can work it out. You know what I'm saying? Start a dialogue, see if you can hash that shit out and figure out what you guys can do with each other to move forward. I guarantee you this works a lot better than the fighting, okay? The oppressors, they want us fighting. They want us bickering, okay? They don't want us to come together. They want us divided, conquer and divide. That's why we stay divided, the movement moves too slow. Come together, the movement moves really, really fast. You'd be surprised, okay? And then we also come together. We keep our money together, spend our money with each other. All those black communities out there in the Bay Area, the black communities that we have out there, the conscious black communities we have out in LA, out west, the ones out here in Atlanta, the ones out up top in New York and Jersey and all them areas where we got those conscious brothers and sisters, man, and some of these other little country states, Tennessee. I don't know about Kentucky, but I think Tennessee, in Louisiana, Virginia, the DMR, these places where we have those conscious brothers and sisters that's out there actually really doing what we're talking about. You guys need to spend your money with these people. I'm not saying that all business is good business, because black folks, we got some black folks that are fucked up too, but there's a whole lot of them out there that are great people, all right? Got great products, you know what I'm saying, and will hook you up with what you need. Spend your money with them folks. These folks live and breathe what they're doing. They make their own products, they sell their own products, and their businesses range from anything from finance to growing your own shit, your own food. You know what I'm saying? So it's a wide variety of things that our black people know how to do. And whatever you're looking for or trying to do, I guarantee you can find it amongst our black people. But don't be so quick to spend your money out there with the old phase. You know what I'm saying? At least when you riding past some of your brothers and sisters out there and they got some product, at least stop and take a look. I mean, stop and take a look and see what's going on. Talk to some of these brothers and sisters, man. These are very intelligent people. You know? Don't just blow by them and you driving through the rain puddles and splashing them and shit, man. You're exhausting shit, burning rubber all over them. Come on, man. We got to get better than that. You know what I'm saying? We will keep you guys abreast because we are going to the Bay Area. I'll let you guys know what that date is going to be. But we will be going to the Bay Area. I'm trying to make it sooner than later so we can do a live show out there amongst our people in the Bay. We got a lot of people out in the Bay. We have a lot of supporters out in the Bay. So we want to go out there and do a live show amongst our people. The Bay Area is not the only place. Down in South Central, down in LA, we want to go do a show down there and some other places out this way too. Do a live show amongst our people. We're trying to hook up with some folks here in Atlanta and do the same thing, do shows amongst our people. Our second video will be shot out in the Bay Area. The first one was shot here in Atlanta. Was it Revolution? What's the name of it?
Revolution 1.
Revolution 1, check that out. The second one will be shot in the Bay Area, and I'll explain to you on another show the concept of that video. We've reached our time. I do thank everybody for tuning in. You guys check out Night Watch. 11 o'clock Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But that's again Night Watch hosted by B Life, myself, Divine Justice, and K Dub are on the panel. You guys check that out. We'll see you guys back here Wednesday.
Hump Day.
Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. My brother Peace, for Real Hip Hop Heads, Conscious Radio, signing out. Peace.
Real hip hop, real talk. Only here on RealHipHopHeads.com. RealHipHopHeads.com. Conscious Radio.
I represent the real hip hop.